Everyone wants to get the us versus herd. If it's your first time here, let the content, hit subscribe. If you want to get notifications from when we go live, tap the bell. We go live Monday through Friday, 30 minutes before market open. And if you want to join the UVH fam, our community, link is below in the description to our Discord and our options trading group on Facebook. Right now we have the S&Ps up 9, Dow's up 107, 109, NASDAQ up 14. Also got the Russell up 10 right now. Gold's up a buck. We're kind of just chilling. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. What's going on? What's going on? If you're just joining us, say what up. Say what's up in the chat. Hit the like button, guys. What's going on? Jeff, Manchild, Jose, Jack, HD, Red Dust. What's going on, everybody? Hope you guys are ready for a good Friday here. Try to keep the money that we made this week. You know, not trying to lose it. Not trying to lose it today. So, a couple things going on this morning. Couple things here. I guess one of the bigger things is that the employment number, we were expect to add 440,000 jobs, and we added 245,000, which is a big miss. Non-farm payrolls increased by just 245,000 in November. Expected it to do 440,000. So the jobless rate too decreased to 6.7 to 6.9. Unemployment rate met expectations, though it fell, along with a drop in the labor force participation rate. So, joblessness edged lower to 12%. 12%. So, not good. And I guess as you can kind of see here, let me move this over here. As you can kind of see, this is tapering off. You know, like, let me see if I can pop this up here. This is the monthly job growth here. We had some big job numbers, and then after the hit, we hit 5 million increased. It's been going pretty poor. I mean, we're not. This is not good. You know, this is not a good chart here for the monthly job growth. I mean, we're just kind of drifting lower. So, to me, yeah, I mean, I think it's a bit concerning that we're only adding 245,000, even though we've lost all these jobs. So, I don't know what's going to happen, but it seems that, even though that's happened, the market really doesn't care right now. I mean, things are kind of chilling right now. We got SPY's up a little bit. It's at 367. We closed at 366. So we're doing this like melt up situation here. We're just kind of melting up here. We could move higher. We could get some volatility, but right now, volatility, I would say a little bit on the lower side. We're sub 20 right now on volatility. We just got hit here on the VIX, VXX. It's been hanging on to 17s, but overall, I mean, we're headed lower. But down here in the 17s, you got to kind of be watching for VXX. Sarah, what's going on? Delvin, Adele, Hawk runs, a rule. What up? Yeah, that chart is scary, man. Glad to see you guys here. So yeah, I mean, for VIX, I mean, I was expecting a little bit of a pop and volatility on that news, but we really haven't. Like, the futures are not moving right now. Nothing's really moving on that job news, so the market seems to not really care, or maybe the market was kind of, they were kind of expecting that, but the market's gonna do whatever the market's gonna do right now. Okay, couple earnings going on. Docu, HD, So Docu had earnings, and that means I gotta announce the winner. We had a contest yesterday in the Discord here, And for if they guess whoever guessed or closest to the price of Docu at open today wins pizza. So we're gonna figure that out today as well. But Docu, I mean, this thing really ripped up. I mean, it hit a low of 210, high of 248. It's trying to chill right now at 243, and it's about to break range here. If it could get above like 246, 247, could be breaking out of range. But for Docu, you want to be careful up in here because every time it reaches up in here, I mean, it has every single month so far. I mean, third time may be the charm, but it could be a triple top here, and it could just get smacked back down. Why is premium low with Tesla cover calls? I guess it depends on what expiration you're looking at. So Docu, I would just be careful up here because we're in rejection territory right now. I mean, it hit 248 and then came down. It's trying again, but we'll see. Tesla, I don't know if anyone saw this article. It was pretty funny. So CNBC has this article where it says, "Ride the wave in Tesla as stock climbs on 780 price target." Trader says. They don't even give them the name. It just says, "Trader says." It's just a trader. A trader said to push it higher. I think they put his name in here, but it's kind of like, why would you... why would you just tell people to blindly just buy? It's just like crazy. It's like, buy Tesla stock as it's climbing to 1,000. Why can't it be 2,000? Tesla's going to 2,000. Just buy, right? But I mean, it might be getting, it needs a break. It needs a breakthrough here. Otherwise, it's going to obviously have a little bit of pullback. I mean, we had pullback down to the 550, 540 area, but Tesla's kind of chilling right now. I mean, premium is not that low for December 11th. I mean, you're at 73%. But the thing is, for a rule, I mean, you're only, these expire next Friday. You're not going to get a lot of premium out there. If you're trying to do cover calls, you want to go on like a 30 to 40 day. You want to go on like a 30 to 40 day cycle. You don't want to be selling calls that expire next week. Go out to January and start selling the 1,000 strike calls, $5. Start selling the 800 strike calls, $16. I mean, there's opportunity here. Expected move is $148, and it's at $600 now. So if you sell the 800 or even if you sell the 900s, I mean, there's good premium in there. Just saying. Tesla has on the biggest short squeeze we'll ever see in our lifetime. I don't know. We'll see. I'll see. We've seen some pretty crazy short squeezes. I mean, I don't know if you guys remember, like back in, what was it? Back in, if you guys were even trading, like back in, I don't know, maybe say like 2014, maybe 2015, somewhere around there. You had penny stocks going from like pennies to like $1,000 because of the short squeezes. Like $700, $800. I don't know. I don't even remember the tickers, but it was like they were like popping off like thousands of percent. I don't even remember. It was crazy though, but that was one of the biggest short squeezes I've seen. Yo, Mike, next time, what's going on? Wide. Yo. So, yeah, I mean, Tesla's got a break up here. I don't know. Listen, I'm not giving out price targets for Tesla because nobody knows. I was just saying Goldman Sachs upgraded to 780, and then a CNBC article just says a trader said to buy it. It's pretty stupid. Like, what? Like, you don't have anything else to do with your day? Then do that. So a couple trades that I'm in right now. Yeah, the VW squeeze was wild too. I'm in CRM right now. and I'm in Square, and I'm holding I have the 225 calls on CRM. I have the 205 calls on Square. I broke some rules yesterday. So yesterday I broke some rules, and I'm holding right now. The biggest mistake, I don't know if you guys watched the video from yesterday or last night. I didn't follow my stop loss on CRM. Okay. So these are two separate trades, combining them. These 225 calls are down 30% right now, 32%. I'm down 340. This credit put spread on CRM was a earnings trade. I've already made it's down about 300 on this credit put spread for December 18th. I did make $200 back day trading, but what I didn't do on CRM was I didn't cut it when it broke the range. And then on top of that, I'm holding overnight, which is giving me overnight risk. And then Square, I mean, I'm basically break even, probably going to be up a little bit of money, which I'm going to take the money and redeploy. So I was only down 2% on that trade. So, we're gapping up a little bit, but as you can see here, CRM causing some problems right now. It's kind of drifting up and down. I mean, obviously pre-market's going to have some manipulation, low volume, stuff like that. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully we can get a nice push up to 25 at open on CRM, and we can get out of here. Square right now is looking good. If we can hold around here, 206, 207 would be good. It'll be a profitable trade, and I can get out of there. So then we can focus on some new trades and cover up my mistakes a little bit. And in trading, I mean, I guess you can beat yourself up and stuff like that, but I mean, I think that no matter how long you've been trading, you're gonna make mistakes. You're gonna succumb to maybe it'll work out, but like, to be a profitable trader, you really have to be very, very disciplined. It's you can't be like, well, maybe, like, the reason why traders have rules is to protect them from losses, and I broke my rule of not, right here, 223 major. Look what happened here. Look what happened. Yes, it could have came down here and bounced up, but it did not. It broke the range, should have cut. If it comes back up, the thing is, you can always get back into that trade. Like, I could have always got back into the trade. Like, if I cut and it came down here and bounced back up and it looked like it was going to run, I could get back in. There's no reason to hold. There's no reason to hold that trade. So I should have cut here, and if it looked like it was going to bounce, get back in. But instead, I'm holding all the way down to 220, which is, I mean, that's what happens. That's what happens when you don't follow your stop loss. You break the rules. You pay. That's why you have rules. So you don't pay. And if you do pay, the losses are going to be small. So, it's disappointing, but also at the same time, you can't beat yourself up, because you're also a human in this business. Like, no matter what business you're in, you're human. You're gonna make mistakes. You're gonna make mistakes in trading. Whether you've been trading for a year, 20 years, you're gonna make mistakes along the way. Thankfully, $300. If I lose $300 on this, it's a rather small mistake that we can, we're still gonna be green on the week. It's not gonna be all good, but like, you just gotta take it a trade at a time, and really focus on your what you're doing, your entry, your exit strategy, and not put yourself in a situation that I am in now, that you're holding beyond the life of what the actual trade goal was. My trade goal was to get in, get out, get in, get out. That was it. And once that didn't happen, I should have just left. But instead, here we are, holding. Trying to be a robot. I do really well with not being emotional, but sometimes you fall victim to, well, maybe it will, like, if you start saying to yourself, well, maybe just close the trade, man, just close the trade. You know what I mean? Like, well, maybe it will bounce. Well, maybe, like, no. If that starts going through your mind, just close the trade out. and that's it. Be done with it. Be done. You know? You lost. You messed up. So if you're saying, well, maybe this happened or maybe this could happen, maybe nothing, close the trade. Re-enter if it looks good, but it wasn't good. And yesterday obviously was a little bit rough for day trades because, I mean, if we're looking at like, you know, a lot of stocks like Apple, a lot of stocks maintain range. I mean, NASDAQ, if we're looking at the Qs, I trade the Qs a lot. Qs yesterday, you know, were pretty range bound here. I mean, we ripped from 304 to 305, but we're pinned here. We're pinned here right now to like 304.50. It's pinned. It's not going anywhere. I mean, we had that news end of day. It's coming back up to 304.50. It went up to 305, 306, came back down to 304.50. What do I think about ZS? Get them soybeans. To me, it looks like if we can hold this area, I think it's going to try to go back up to 1200. If we can just hold right here, if we could just make it a little bit of a push above the 10-day, we're going to be good. But in this case, you know, you're going to want to buy the breakout here. You're going to want to buy the breakout. You're going to want to buy above 1170. You know, you're going to want to go above 1170. But right now, I mean, futures, like last night we didn't get any movement on the futures. I mean, if we're looking at futures here, there was no movement. NASDAQ futures were flat. I mean, there was no movement. S&P's only up 10. Dow's up 111. Like we're flat. We're flat. Yeah, BA at 235. I mean, it could have used a little bit of a pullback, I think, you know, before headed back up. I mean, you don't want to short this, I don't think. I mean, it's dangerous. Or maybe you do. Maybe you want to get a quick scalp. Maybe, I don't know. We'll see. Right now, I'm going to put my concentration on CRM and Square. Now, if I get out of that with a profit, then, you know, maybe I'll just call it a day. You know, maybe I'll just call it a day. I mean, I had a good week, so I don't want to overtrade and do that whole thing. So the DoorDash IPO, they're going to be IPOing between $90 and $95 a piece. Anybody going to buy the DoorDash IPO? They're going to raise $3.14 billion. They're going to sell 33 million shares. Market cap would put it at $30 billion. So, kind of interesting. Goldman Sachs and JP Morgan are the lead underwriters for the offering. So, I don't know if DoorDash is profitable or not. I mean, I would think that they're doing way better than Uber Eats business. I'm gonna dash far away from that one. Yeah, Oliver. I mean, this one, I don't know. I really like DoorDash, but like, I don't know if I want to buy their stock at, you know, $90 or, you know what I mean? Maybe buy it at $40. I'll buy it at $40. How about that? Do you think NKLA will survive through all that negative news that's been climbing up? You know, the thing about NKLA is they need to actually like do something. Like NKLA needs to produce, and the thing is, I'm actually really shocked that it is back above 19. Like, who's buying this? There's some guy on the stream right now and be like, hey, yeah, it was me, guys. It was me, some guy on the stream. Some guy watching right now. He's like, I'll stay in the back. I just don't understand. But I mean, after a pullback, I mean, you're always going to get the Robinhood traders that like, oh, it was a $39 stock, now it's $17. I'm gonna ride this up to $30. Maybe it will. But like, odds are, with this stock, I mean, it was a $93 stock at one point, and people thought it was going to go back up to $93. It did not. Then people thought it was going to go back up to, the 60 range. It did not. Then they thought it was going to go back up to the 50 range, and it did not. Eventually, we're we're gonna come. Eventually, it's gonna go down to like the $10 range, and the people are gonna be like, it's gonna go to $20, man. It's gonna be 100% profit. Maybe it will, but as of today, this chart is not looking good. It is not in your favor. You short the pops. If this pops up high, you short it. Unless NKLA is going to be doing something soon. I don't know. I mean, I know we're buying for future growth. I mean, but they're not going to be producing. GM already said they're not going to be producing the truck. They don't have any vehicles out. They don't have any time frame to do it in. I don't know. Honestly, I think it might be like a scam. That could be like the Enron of the EV industry. You know what I mean? Like they could, I don't know. It doesn't look good. NIO's come back down too. Showing some, as bad as it looks, it's showing strength. You know what I mean? Like it's showing strength. I mean, it came down to 38 and then it bounced up to 47 in a day. And then yesterday was obviously an inside day. Today also looks like we're going to have some lower volatility inside day as well. You know, Tom, we talked about DocU earlier. We said that it's getting at the top of the range, so you want to be careful. You want to be careful if you go long it. It needs a break. It needs a break like the 248 level, 248, 249. You can't keep pushing ahead. NIO here, I mean, could bounce back, but we'll see. We'll see. NIO's a little bit in a pickle right now. Workhorse. I mean, Workhorse has been steadily climbing. Yesterday actually had a good day on Workhorse. You know, down here, like down in like 18 area, 17, 19. I mean, anything under 20 just skyrocketed it. You know, so I think this stock could come back up to like, you know, 25, 28, somewhere around there. I may do a quick momentum trade on DocU at market open. Yeah, go with the flow. What about NK short interest investors could be buying back their shares? Yeah, they could be. They could be. All right, Johnny, Starbucks. I think it broke 100 yesterday. It tapped 101. It's at above 101 now. I mean, obviously right now at this point, they could blast off. They could blast off. Literally blast off 105. No problem. But I guess it really depends that, you know, if the market lets it, because I think that a lot of stocks yesterday were being held down by the market. They wanted stocks to be pinned yesterday for some reason. They wanted stocks not to go up or really down. I mean, it was a pretty flat day. I mean, consolidation's good for bulls, but at the same time, you know, as options traders, we're going to need a little bit more movement than that. Square, yeah, I'm in Square right now, Sergio. You missed my spiel, man. Sergio. Oof. Rewind the tape, bro. Rewind the tape. Yeah, Johnny, Starbucks got rejected exactly 101. But if it gets up, I mean, look, if Starbucks is moving now, geez, they're buying now. Are you guys buying this right now because I'm talking about it? Is that what happened here? People are like, I'm going to buy some stock right now. What about Peloton? Yeah, Peloton, I think that I like buying Peloton. I like Peloton like every time at like 110 area. Let me pull this up here. 110 area on Peloton, it seems like a good buy. 110 right in here. It seems like a good buy. Right now it's at 116. We are making higher lows. So I do think that this is going to squeeze. As you can see here, it has a channel. The one thing that you want to be careful is that when it breaks channel, it could break channel to the downside. So I mean, it looks like it's going to squeeze to 130. Honestly, it really does. It really does. And with COVID cases on the rise and no stopping that right now for the foreseeable future, I mean, I think it's gonna continue. I think 130. Maybe I'll buy some calls for maybe I'll buy some leaps or something on Peloton. You know, kind of hang with it while we're trying to get some of these other trades to work out. BA had a downgrade. It's going to be a good scalp. BA was downgraded? Funny how that didn't make the cover of CNBC this morning. But buying Tesla blindly does. Interesting. Interesting. Yeah, Zoom was pinned yesterday. You know, I mean, it had a $10 range, but I mean, it didn't go anywhere. Zoom down here at it's been holding 400. I mean, anytime it dips below 400, it gets bought right back up. Right down in here. I mean, this could pop back up. I know earnings was disappointing due to just kind of like slower growth, but they're like, oh, we're not going to grow at 500% anymore. We're growing at 300% now. Okay. You know, still good. But at the same time, I mean, I think they are. I think they are worried that, you know, if there is a vaccine that works and people are taking it and COVID numbers go down, that things will resume normal. But, you know, who knows? I mean, Zoom was definitely benefiting from the lockdowns, definitely benefiting from this. But I mean, I think that most people that have gotten used to their services are still probably going to use their services. But at the same time, yeah, I mean, they're probably not going to have as fast as growth as what they were experiencing, especially down in lockout, where it was just, you know, explosive. So, and obviously Zoom is a bit pricey. But for options right now, if you're just looking at like a technical level, you know, holding 400 on Zoom, I mean, it's not a bad look. It's not a bad look right here. Not bad. Will it go to 500, 600? I don't know. But if I was looking for a position for options, I would start maybe selling some credit put spreads right down here on Zoom. Might be good. You might get axed, but I mean, it might be worth the trade credit put spreads like on a down day. Now, if it breaks this range, I mean, obviously, if it breaks here, we're gonna have trouble. I mean, if it breaks, you're gonna have some trouble. But I mean, if we can get some down, like if we get some down movement today, like it goes down to like the 400, or even like look at hit 395, ripped straight up, tap 395, straight up out of here. You know, so I think that if it comes back down to these levels, I'll kind of watch it. Maybe I might put a credit put spread on Zoom if it comes down to these levels. Could be good. All right, markets opening in 1 minute. Currently have Square and Zoom or Square and CRM to close. Market's looking a little weak right now. CRM's doing okay. Apple's coming down to 122. I did sell my Apple call for June expiration on Wednesday. If we can get a solid dip on Apple back down to the 120 area, which I don't think is going to happen. It might not happen, but I might try to add that call back in. If we can get a solid dip on Apple, I might look to add that. I might look to add another call in Apple, but we'll see. PLTR is active. CVAC is the golden goose. Everyone looking at it looks at an ugly duckling. Our market's opening. Markets open right now. We'll see what it does here. Let's get it up. Let's try to close out some of these trades. See what it does. All right, CRM pushing on. I don't know. My options are not open yet. They're not open. Docu's up 6%. Ugh. All right. So, and we're getting some rough action right now. So, S&P's up 9, Dow's up 98, NASDAQ up 5. All right, so I think what I'm going to do here is, I don't know why Square options are not open yet. Like, why are Square options not open? It's kind of strange. Kind of strange here. Docu's up 6%. Yeah, Docu. Let me look at that real quick. Docu. Oh man, up two. It's at 250. Nice. It's coasting. It's coasting right now. Just be careful. Never seen this before, but I tried to close Iron Condor and Docu on Robinhood. Rejected the trade. Oh man, you guys rolled Docu. All right, let's get out of CRM. I think it's spiking. Let's get out of CRM. Let's take the L. Okay. If I can get out of here. It's moving kind of fast. Ooh, Square. Square's getting ripped a new one. All right, it wouldn't fill my CRM order. Let's see if we can get a Qs are dropping. NASDAQ dropping. Boeing down $3. Yeah, they're really trying to hit it. Facebook is down a little bit. Google's down. AMD's down $1. So it's gonna be like that on Square. You're gonna do that. I see how it is, guys. I see how it is. Yeah, the Tesla's down 6 right now. Oof. So you got Netflix at $4.90. I mean, Netflix is still relatively high right now. I mean, it's coming down nice. You know, if we can come back down to like the 480 level, would be good to add a little bit in there. But you know, we'll see. We can come down to the 480 level. We got banks up pretty good right now. We got the banks up. Let's see here. JP Morgan's up $1.50. And then we have Goldman Sachs up $3.72. Oof. Let's see Boeing. Yeah, Boeing is looking like is making a move down. We'll see. We'll see. I mean, it's not like going fast, but it's like. But Boeing. Yeah, Boeing may be a short. Boeing may be a short. Yeah, right now they're clapping the NASDAQ pretty good. Dow's holding, S&Ps are holding, Q's coming down. We're at 303 right now. SPY, SPY's holding, but NASDAQ's getting hit. We got Apple down to 121 right now. Apple's at 121, so oof. Alibaba's up to 269. Another gap up for Alibaba. Anybody trading Alibaba? Because Alibaba looks like it could be trying to get up to like the 275, 280 level here. Is Boeing going to turn around? What's going on here? Market's like, I don't know what to do. I don't know. The market's just like, I don't know what I want to do here. I don't know. So Snap actually really ripped yesterday. Intraday, there was some major volume in the middle of the day. I mean, this ripped from 46.50 to 48.60 and held. So I'm kind of seeing on Snap if it's going to hold this range or if we're going to try to break out here. I've been kind of watching that. And DocQ's up 9% now. I don't know. I mean, the thing is, I like DocQ, but I have a hard time trading it due to the bid-ask spread. You know, especially for day trades. Like if you're selling premium and going low and slow, it's not that big of a deal. But if you're day trading it, I mean, we have like on these calls 60. You know, there's a 60 cents here difference. There's a 90 cent here difference. There's a 40 cent difference here on these 250 calls. Like it's just kind of hard to scale that up. You know. Square, any idea for a covered call today? I mean, you can Square's probably the premium on Square right now. That's at 50%. I mean, it's not horrible. You know, again, you're gonna want to go out to like January. Start selling premium on these. You know, if you're trying to do a cover call, you're gonna want to go. You want to go out here and hit the, you know, 270s, 250s. I mean, maybe even 280. It really depends on what kind of risk you want to take, you know. That's what really boils down to. It's like what's the risk? I mean, why is Square going, like Square is literally going insane. Like Square is like, what is going on? Let's take a look at Tesla. Man, yeah, Tesla, you know, they like all these stocks, like they all look the same. So this is how you know that it's like algo driven, is when all these stocks start looking the same in terms of how their movement is. I mean, look at Square, look at Tesla, Apple, not as good, not as good of a bounce, but you know, it's bouncing, right? Square is wild. Square is wild today. I mean, the whole market is kind of moving, kind of crazy right now. Roku. I mean, look at Roku. This was another solid bounce from 286 to 291. I mean, we're only 9 minutes into the market open. However, I mean, the stocks are not really going anywhere yet. I mean, we ripped down, but we're back to where we opened at. Roku's blasting off. It could break 293 here, blast off. Could be a big day. Could be a big day for Roku. I mean, they took a hit. They took a hit last few days. I mean, they came down to 270. I mean, this came down to the support area, and now it's ripping. I don't know. Maybe I should trade Roku a little bit more. I haven't been trading them for a while because it's just been like, you know, it's been a little bit unpredictable. But as long as you buy the Roku dip, it's gonna be okay. It seems. As long as you buy the Roku dip, you're gonna be all right. Another good day for Wynn Resorts. Wynn Resorts. I don't know if anyone's trading like Wynn Resorts, MGM, any of these casinos, but I mean, seems to be doing relatively well. It looks like this is about to blast off as well. You know, if it doesn't get stopped out here, it looks like it's primed to make a push. Let's see what MGM chart looked like. Oh, MGM was already broke the barrier a while ago, so they're pushing back up to pre-pandemic levels. And then Wynn, I think Wynn actually looks pretty solid right here. Like if it could break this, it could be a good ad. Yeah, today's kind of weird. I think Boeing is holding currently. So Boeing is chilling right now. It doesn't look particularly strong, so might be able to catch a scalp on Boeing to the downside here. But I mean, we're seeing on some of these tech stocks, we're seeing some wide ranges. I mean, it's holding right here. We'll see if Boeing holds right here. Might be a trade in here. Right now, it's holding right now, so you don't want to short that yet. If it can break this range, you might want to catch the momentum. But right now, Boeing's holding. It's only down $2 on the day, so it's not doing that bad. Uber and Lyft again. There these are. Man, look at that. Uber and Lyft out of here this morning. Like the way Uber and Lyft are pricing it, like pricing things in is like a full-on recovery. You know what I mean? Like a full-on, I mean, this is higher than it was before the pandemic. I mean, before the pandemic, it was like, 41 and we went straight down. Now we're at 53. I mean, it's crazy. I don't know. I just don't see it in Uber, but apparently somebody does, right? Lyft. It's not at pre-pandemic levels, but it could definitely get there. JMIA looking ready to go. Let's take a look. JMIA. Yeah, looks like at the top of the range, so it could definitely push. Depends on what it wants to do here. I mean, it's getting topped out at like 33.78 and chilling. So we'll see. Got to push 35. But it looks like it wants to go. It really does. Let's see here. Home Depot. Home Depot's been getting, I don't know if anyone trades Home Depot or Lowe's. Home Depot's got axed the last few days. I mean, it's come from 279 down to 266 today. I mean, if it makes a bounce, it's gonna be solid. I mean, I've been shorting it a little bit around 275. Has been working out, but All right, let me actually. And why the market is like moving a lot, but not really actually going anywhere. So let's close out some trades here. Why is my mouse not working? All right, so I got out of Square, made $80 on it. Let's see what CRM is doing. Is CRM going to push or are we not going to push? Square's probably going to be the one that breaks like to 210 today. CRM looking really, really tight in here. It's just looking really tight. Probably going to the downside, right? I mean, it's holding, but it doesn't look good. I mean, it really hasn't gone anywhere. I mean, it's up $1.87 this morning, but it's not going anywhere. Square's going down the tubes. Stocks are trading some wide ranges this morning, though. So we'll see what happens. But I got out of Square for $80. I can't complain about that. I only had 2 contracts and I held overnight. So obviously Theta's gonna whack you a little bit, But I'm gonna see what happens here with CRM at this range here. If it's gonna push 223, if not, then we're gonna have to redeploy. It's all good. Zoom sell 400 put, buy the 390 put for 390. CW, I like it. I like that. Yeah, Qs look like they want to push, but I don't know. Market just seems kind of stuck here. We're just kind of existing. We got Amazon. Amazon below 3,200. I was kind of hoping Amazon would come down to 3,100 so I could sell another credit put spread on that. I was looking at that too. But overall right now we're chilling. I mean, I think Qs look like they want to push up. I mean, the Dow's up 162, Nasdaq is up 21, S&P's up 18 right now. So, we definitely have kind of the market moving to the bull side, but looks interesting. It looks interesting here for Amazon if this could push up. But Amazon, unlike Tesla and some of these other stocks, is not having the recovery at open. It might be a little bit delayed, so you might be able to get a little bit of a push here above 31.85. Could push to 31.95 quick. Nvidia's going to go if Q's poppy. I mean, it looks like we're headed that way, man. It looks like we're headed that way. Yeah, I mean, Nvidia actually good setup right here. If it can break this here, it could have a nice quick pop on Amazon. I don't know if it's going to do it, though. It's like, I don't know if it's going to do it. It's like, Nvidia is looking good, too. Yeah, you're right. Nvidia looks like it could pop off at any minute. It could really pop off here. Some crazy movements today. Man, they right at open, like every tech stock just got hit. They just laid right in. Every tech stock. Question is it going to push up now? Is AMD's chopping right now? Take a look at CRSR. Yeah, it could be a good add here at 35. Corsair. Yeah, could be good. Could be good. Now, obviously, you want to set a stop, but, I mean, yeah. Definitely not bad. All right, Qs are pushing now. What's SPY doing? SPY's pushing as well. So we'll see if we get a little bit of a market cooperation with us. I mean, we'll kind of see how this plays out. Try to look for a trade here. Amazon hasn't pushed the 31.85, so if it can't push 31.85, then it doesn't look like it's going to happen. So I'm going to jump off here, guys. You guys have a great Friday. Have a great weekend. Keep your money. Don't lose your money today. Stay green. Stay safe. It's us versus herd.